We're in London for Huawei's pre-MWC briefings. I'm here with Stephane Teral from IHS. Stephane, good to see you.
Good to see you, right? Long time no see.
Absolutely, but always a pleasure. So a lot of talk these days, of course, about 5G, but there's still a lot of work to be done in the with LTE and with 4G networks, and particularly with 4.5G or LTE Advanced Pro. Let's talk a little bit about some of the technology enablers that come as part of this 4G evolution, particularly the advanced antenna solutions, particularly around MIMO, for example. What kind of developments are we seeing there, and what kind of opportunities does that offer to the mobile operators in terms of evolving their service strategy?
So basically the multiple input and multiple output relates to how many transceivers and receivers you are actually using from the antenna. So that's one aspect. The second aspect from the antenna perspective is making it more agile and active. As you said, advanced antenna, that's the way I look at it. So a very advanced antenna will have beamforming technology that will ensure the shape of the beam will stay stable. So that's one aspect of that active antenna. Then what you are looking at is how many transceivers and receivers you want to use to improve the coverage and also gain in capacity. So in the low bands, let's say in the coverage bands, 600 megahertz, 700 megahertz, 800, all the way to 900 megahertz, maybe 1 gigahertz, you can only use 4 transceivers and 4 receivers. This is a 4x4 MIMO, and that will do a perfect job. So now when we think about massive MIMO, which is not actually a term you'll find at 3GPP, we're thinking about going beyond 4x4, meaning, and because in the higher bands, to start with, you have very poor coverage. So the very first thing you want to do is to maximize the number of receivers and transmitters such that you can ensure stable coverage in those high bands. You really need to make sure you have the coverage intact, stable in this area when you're using those high bands. Then you gain in capacity as well. So this is a technology that is already being used, as I just explained, and is not waiting for 5G, because we think about massive MIMO for 5G. Okay, well, let's use it. It's already there. Yeah. People are already using that technology. And now we'll see devices actually with 4 receivers on a smartphone soon, which is great news because if you are in one of those networks using MIMO, you're going to have a very good experience.
Right, excellent.